It was a cold, uneventful Friday night, when boredom led me down a rabbit hole I should have never entered. I'd heard about the dark corners of the internet before whispers of the deep web, where the veil of anonymity concealed both harmless curiosities and unspeakable horrors. At 22, I considered myself tech-savvy, someone who could navigate safely without venturing too far. I was wrong. I'd been scrolling through Reddit, aimlessly hopping from thread to thread, when I stumbled across a post that caught my eye. Ever been on the deep web? Share your stories. Most of the replies were vague warnings. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Or, you'll see things you'll never forget. But there were a few commenters who described eerie yet fascinating experiences, encrypted forums, bizarre chat rooms, and cryptic websites with nothing but countdown timers. It was a mix of fear and curiosity that led me to dig deeper. With a quick search, I downloaded Tor, the browser most often used to access the deep web. My heart raced as I typed in some of the onion URLs shared in the thread. Most of them were dead ends blank pages, error messages, or generic forums. I was about to give up when I came across a link titled The Shadow Forum. The site had a minimalist design black background with a simple chat interface and the words, "Talk to us. We see you." The message sent a chill down my spine, but I convinced myself it was just an edgy gimmick to spook users. I typed a simple message into the chat box. "Hello?" Almost instantly, a response appeared. "Welcome, stranger. What are you looking for?" The speed of the reply unnerved me. "Just exploring." I typed back, my fingers hovering over the keyboard as I waited. "Exploration can lead to discovery," they replied, "but some things should remain hidden." At this point, I was unnerved, but intrigued. I asked, "What kind of things?" The chat went silent for a moment. Then, a new message appeared. "Turn on your camera." I froze. My webcam light was off, and I hadn't granted the browser any permissions. I hesitated before typing back, "No thanks." The reply came quickly. "We've already turned it on." My blood ran cold as I noticed the faint glow of my webcam light. Panic set in. I slammed the laptop shut and sat in the darkness, my heart pounding so loudly I could barely think. I tried to rationalize a glitch, a coincidence, maybe even a prank. But deep down, I knew better. The next morning, I decided to shake it off as a bad decision and move on. I avoided my laptop for the entire day, too shaken to even glance at it. But when I finally mustered the courage to open it that evening, I was greeted by something that made my stomach drop, a single file on my desktop titled, "We're Watching." With trembling hands, I clicked it. The file contained a single photo, a grainy image of me sitting at my desk the night before, staring into the screen. My face was pale, and my expression was frozen in fear. Someone had been watching me through my own camera. I unplugged my laptop and threw it into a drawer. For the next few days, I barely slept. Every creak of the floorboards or rustle of leaves outside my window sent me into a panic. I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched, even when I wasn't near my computer. But it didn't end there. About a week later, I received a package in the mail. It was unmarked, with no return address. My stomach churned as I opened it to find a single USB drive inside. I knew I shouldn't plug it in, but curiosity got the better of me. I used an old, disconnected laptop I'd planned to sell and inserted the drive. The screen went black for a moment before displaying a video file. When I clicked it, the video began playing footage of me, captured from various angles in my own apartment. Every moment, I thought I was alone brushing my teeth, reading on the couch. Even sleeping had been recorded. My heart raced as the footage continued, each scene more invasive than the last. And then the video changed. The footage showed me sitting on my couch, staring blankly at the television. But this time, there was someone else in the frame, a figure standing in the shadows behind me. They were dressed in black, their face obscured by a hood. I gasped and turned to look behind me, but of course, no one was there. I unplugged the laptop and threw it across the room, my mind racing. Who were they? How had they gotten into my apartment? I checked every lock, every window, but nothing seemed out of place. It was as if they had vanished into thin air. I reported everything to the police, but without any tangible evidence of a break-in, they couldn't do much. The officer's skepticism was written all over his face as he assured me they'd look into it. Terrified, I decided to leave my apartment and stay with a friend for a while. But even there, the paranoia followed me. I covered every webcam, checked every corner of the room, and avoided being alone whenever possible. Despite my efforts, the feeling of being watched never truly left. One night, as I was lying in bed, my phone buzzed with a notification. It was an email from an unknown sender. The subject line read, "We're still here." I didn't open it. I couldn't. Instead, I powered off my phone and sat in the darkness, fighting back tears. That was the last straw. I packed up what little I could carry and moved back in with my parents, hoping the distance would keep me safe. Months passed, and the incidents slowly faded into the background. But even now, I can't shake the feeling that they're still watching, waiting for the right moment to remind me that some things should remain hidden. I've never returned to the deep web, and I've warned anyone who will listen. Curiosity isn't worth the cost, because once you've opened that door, there's no telling who or what might step through.